Pre-built mechanical keyboards either sound terrible, look terrible, or cost a ton of money. So today, I'm going to show you how to build your own custom keyboard for less than $60. When building a custom keyboard, there are basically two main steps. You buy stuff, and then you build stuff. There are three main pieces you have to buy. You can complicate it, and instead of having the frame as one piece, you can put together the PCB and all these other things to make the frame, but I'm just going to do it as one piece. I'm building this keyboard for my brother, so I let him pick out the pieces. He picks out some pretty odd-looking pieces. This is the weirdest part about the build. He got the pink. For the case/frame, he chose the Tester 68, which is a completely wireless keyboard. That'll run you about $25. Then for the second piece, we have the switches. He chose black switches. My favorite I have are green switches, more of like a creamy sound, but he chose black, which I think is more clicky. Those cost him around $20 on Temu. Now for the keycaps, which is my favorite part of his whole build. He chose these comic book style keycap, which cost him $15 on Temu. Now let's get to the fun part and unbox this stuff. Boom, boom, bada bop, boom. Alright, we're gonna start out with the Tester 68. It says no vice, which is kind of strange because it's the Tester 68. This is the weirdest part about the build. He got the pink frame, see-through pink transparent. He actually has a USB thing at the top of the keyboard, which mine does not have. So that's really nice. It's not only Bluetooth like I thought it was. Also in the box, you get the keyboard layout. So it just shows you where to put all your keys, WASD, where you can put everything. Then they give you a keycap puller. These keycap pullers are kind of terrible, but they do the job. Go to the keycaps real quick. Pretty simple, self-explanatory. It looks like a bag of Legos. We can listen to the sound here. It's a little like thockier than I expected. We'll see how that sounds in the keyboard, but I think I actually like the sound. They do come pre-lubed, so you don't have to do any of that. Now we're moving on to the keycaps, which, I mean, awesome box here. I'm not sure that it's great branding because it looks nothing like, it looks more like the frame than the keycaps, but really cool box. I like the box. And then here we have the keycaps. These are looking like pretty sick. Oh my gosh, there is a ton of keys. They also give you a keycap puller. These keycap pullers, in my opinion, are a little worse than that yellow styled one because this one you can't squeeze them to get the keycaps. It doesn't really work that well. The Tester 68 is only a 65% keyboard, so it's going to be interesting. He'll have a ton of leftover keys because this is way more keys than the Tester 68 allows for. Now that we've gone through all the pieces and unboxed everything, it's time to build the keyboard. Building is going to be super simple. First, we'll grab the keycaps. I have the frame set out right in front of me. These are 2-pin keycaps, and then you look at your frame and look at where the holes are that would align with these pins, and you just carefully... Nice thing about keycaps and placing them in the frame is it does not matter which one you grab. You just line up the pins in the holes in the frame, and then you're good to go. So let me do that. Only gotta do this 60 more times. Nice. Okay, I finally got all of the switches in the keyboard. This is how it sounds without keys. It'll sound way cooler with keys. I think these will be good keycaps. Now I just have to put on 70 keycaps, and then the keyboard will be done. This is where this trusty keyboard layout will come in handy. I'll know where to place all the keys. The first key I put it on upside down. For the keys, it's super simple. You just line them up with the keycap, and then you push it down, and boom, like Legos. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, I have completely placed all the keys in the keyboard, and I didn't see the vision with the pink frame and the comic book keys, and that was for good reason, because it looks pretty weird. Not that great. But the keyboard sounds pretty good. Here's the sound test. It sounds okay. You know, it feels really deep when you type into it, and overall, like, it's not like clicky and bouncy like springs when you type, so that's nice. Overall, the sound could be a little bit better. There's stuff we could have done. We could have taped the PCB, but that stuff is a lot of work and it costs more money. So this was the cheapest way you can build a completely custom mechanical keyboard, and I'd say it turned out pretty well. If he had better artistic decisions, it probably would have turned out a lot better too. Okay, if you guys watched this far, you should really subscribe. Goodbye. The play in the outro was not to just trash on the keyboard the whole time.